See, so inshallah, tabarak wa ta'ala, you the young ones, a few words that I gave you, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for you to remember it. And when you grow old and you remember me and you get money, say, where is that boy at? By then I'm gonna have some gray. So I want the old man. Let me head him off with some change. If you become rich and you forget me, I may make dua against you. Okay, boys? So remember this. If you want to be the leaders of tomorrow, what do you need today? Education. And learn to be what? Responsible. And learn to build for your own self. And learn to establish your future for yourself. And that nobody comes to tell you what to do. You tell your own self what to do because you've paved the way for yourself, but you have to start it when? Today or tomorrow? Today, right now. Okay? I know you're going to go and say, man, but I still cannot stay away from the video games. Okay, that's not a big deal. But make sure the time that you will read is more than the time that you what? Play. The time that you read, you spend reading, it's more than the time that you what? Okay, I'll get that straight. Will you remember me when you become rich tomorrow? You're going to remember me when you become rich tomorrow? How about you? How about you? Uh-huh. How about you? How about you? Okay, that's good. Inshallah, by then you're going to see me coming. But don't get it twisted. By then I'm going to come with gray. Or I may have henna also like Shaykh. So just remember the face. Okay? We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep you strong and to benefit our ummah with you and through your effort tomorrow. Allahumma ameen. And all what the two boys did. You remember their names? Mu'adh and what? Huh? Mu'adh and what? See, I'll forget already. But if I ask you how many shots, LeBron James, did last week, y'all gonna break everything down right now. Gave me a khutbah on that one. Ask you, what do you call the other one, the other boy? Kerry. How many shots y'all gonna give me a khutbah on it? The name of the two boys. Mu'adh and what? Mu'awwadh. Mu'adh and what? Mu'adh and Mu'awwadh. I want you to remember what they said. They said the reason why we want to disturb this old man because we heard that he's trying to bring what? Corruption. And if he brings corruption in the land, that means he's trying to temper and mess up our what? Future. So we determined today that if we want bright future, we have to disturb him also today and take him down. If not, if he defeats Muhammad and the companions of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the corruption will what? Will take place. So let's deal with them today so that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ can teach peace for us to have bright future and peaceful environment. You remember their names? Mu'adh and what? Good. Mu'adh and what? And Mu'awwadh. And what the two boys did, that means they what? They were able to prognosticate and think about their future. And this by itself is like a life plan. You get that, boys? You go home, Daddy, this is what I want to do. I want you to help me. Okay? To think about your what? Future. So this is what the message is about today. Remember the young boys, two of them, that okay, this will what? Reside in my memory. That whosoever tries to bring corruption, whosoever tries to what? Temper with my time, for me to be wasting time doing nothing but playing games, nothing but jumping here and there, talking about okay, I want to be the best football player, I want to be the best soccer player, I want to be the best boxer, I want to be, all these are good. But at the age of 40, you're going to retire. What are you going to do after that? What you going to do after that? So have something that will allow you to what? To transcend and to go beyond what people expect. From what? From you. Whatever people expect from you, you do extra and extra and extra. So if your dad wants A+ from school, what do? You do just go to school and come home with A++. And if he says I want A++, you say, Daddy, guess what? I came with A++. Allahu Akbar. And you say I want A++, you say, Daddy, guess what? I get everything from A to Z. Okay, boys? I ask Allah to bless you, bless your parents, bless our communities. Allahumma ameen.
So how many Muslims would come to Jummah if they had to pay for a ticket to get inside and sit down? You know, that's what I was thinking about one day. I was thinking, man, I'm going to put a turnstile in front of the masjid. You know, if I'm real, like, especially, but you know, if you're popular, I was thinking, man, if I'm real popular, because everywhere I be going, people say, hey, Shaykh, I got all your DVDs. Hey, man, Shaykh, you better than water, man. Hey, Shaykh, man, you like the Khalifa, man. Hey, Shaykh, man, you know, like, if I ain't had some way to drain out that water, I'd be all pumped up. But since I know the human beings, I've learned in my old age, let that be like water on a duck's back. You know what water on a duck's back means, right? It rolled right down, let it go. Don't mean, hey, Shaykh, man, that's a beautiful jacket you got on, Shaykh. Astaghfirullah, man, you want it? Because Muslims is like that. Muslims will deceive you. Muslims will make you think you something. But when it's time, when there's a fire, when there's a need, when there's a situation, and you look around, ain't nobody there.
That's right.
That's why the leader had to make sure he got a group of people that recognize him as a leader. Because otherwise, he's a fool. He's a knowledgeable fool because he's a fool because he took the responsibility of people who was more foolish than him. A leader who remains a leader of a group of people who are foolish, then he's a leader of fools. He don't have to be called a fool. Even a prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't want to stay with people who was foolish. You know which prophet that was? There was one of the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He wasn't disobedient, but he was with a group of people for a long time, talking to them, advising them, and they were not responding. So a group of people came to him and said to him, listen, his name was Sahib al-Hud. So some people came to him and said, listen, you ain't got to be listening to them people. There's some other people across the water over there. They would listen to you. I know them. You need to go over there. And if it was me or you, if I was trying to sell something on the corner and nobody was buying, and you came to me and said, hey, Shaykh, you in the wrong spot. Go down there in Center City, man. They got a spot. You can go just set up. Where would I go? I go right there. And that's what Yunus alayhi salam, that's what he did. He got in that boat to go across over there to get some dawah where he get better response. And what happened? He got swallowed by the fish, right? It's a long story. We need to learn the story. It's a beautiful story. He got swallowed by the fish because Allah wanted to teach him a lesson. He didn't want to be the leader of some fools, right? He wanted to go somewhere where somebody going to respond to him, right? But he did not get permission from Allah to do that. And a prophet doesn't move until Allah tell him to move. That's why Muhammad stayed in Mecca under all that persecution until he got the what? The permission to move. Community is important. Without community, you just got a building. And we need a building. Don't get me wrong. We need the building, and everything the building is at, we need to sophisticate the building. We need more inside the building, and we need more buildings, and we need more land. But building requires bodies, people. And not just people, but people who bring some kind of resource to the building. Because if people come to a building and they don't bring no resource, it means that every time they come, they taking a resource. Is that correct? That's right. And if you just keep taking from the land, if you got a piece of land and you keep farming from the land and you don't give the land a chance to regenerate, what happened to the land, Shaykh? You cause it to collapse. So we got a lot of issues that's going on that tell us why we got all this space here, when on Jummah there was at least 200 people here. To get that, we need to understand how important community is to Islam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He ordered us to pray 5 times a day. Why He wants us to pray 5 times a day?
وقد وفق الله الكريم بمنه لإكمالها حسن ميمونة الجيلة ولكنها تبغي من الناس كفءها أخا ثقتي يعفو ويوضي تجملا وقل رحم الرحمن حيا وميتا فتى كان للإنصاف والحلم يا خير غفار ويا خير رحيم ويا خير مأمول جدا وتفضل